Hello, Dr. Yolanda. How are you?
I'm great. How are you both?
Very well. Thank you so much for asking. Are you excited for your speech?
I am.
Okay, wonderful. So we had an amazing session just now, and we are going back to coming to your session, Heal the Girl, Grow the Women. What a wonderful topic. So let's all join this session. I'm seeing everybody is joining now. So please do join this session. And my colleague Yamini will introduce you and we'll take it forward from there.
Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our next keynote speaker, Dr. Yolanda Brown. Dr. Yolanda Brown is a transformational coach, inspirational speaker, and expert in emotional intelligence and nonverbal body language. She specializes in helping individuals break old patterns and boost positive energy from a negative mindset. Certified in unlocking emotional intelligence, and Dr. Yolanda trains on using UQ in daily life and understanding body language. Additionally, she is certified in psychological first aid to support people during crisis. As the founder of Chava, she offers care, counseling, crisis management services, and more. With the motto, you choose, control your climate.
The stage is all yours, Dr. Brown, Yawanda Brown. Let's get started.
Thank you. Thank you. Welcome, everyone. This speech today is very personal to me because it is actually me. Heal the girl, grow the woman. And why is it important? Oops, let me change my screen here. So, why is it important to understand heal the girl, grow the woman? As a child, I'm going to use the word infected or inflicted with pain by a law enforcer. And this law enforcer was one that should have been protecting the law, but he was actually the one violating the law. At times, he used his gun to implant fear in me while molesting me. And then he told me that if I would tell anyone, that he would take my life. So, because there are many fears within the little girl that needs to be healed, that keeps women from growing into their eliteness and uniqueness. So the plan was to continually to allow fear to be on top of fear within my life. So heal the girl, grow the woman. I had to learn that I had to face my fears. I had to acknowledge my fears. What was the real purpose of the fear? And every day, take a step away from the fear. To acknowledge my fear, the fear of speaking your truth. This is when you are certain of a deep-seated truth, yet you hold back your words. Anyway, heal the girl, grow the woman. Acknowledge your fears. The fear of living like a fraud. This is called the imposter syndrome. It is when you are convinced that you do not know what you're doing or who you are. And you're afraid that everyone else will know. So you fake it with the false hope of making it. Heal the girl, grow the woman. Acknowledge your fears. The fear of living outside your comfort zone is when you refuse to do something new or something you have never done before. So I want to ask you a question, and this is a question for you to think about. When was the last time you did something for the first time? When was it? When was the last time you did something for the first time? Live outside your comfort zone. The fear of being unprepared. When you feel like you or something isn't quite ready. This was me all the time. You have to make one more adjustment, make one more change, make one more tweak. This self-doubt will keep you as a novice instead of becoming the expert you were born to be. Heal the girl, grow the woman. The fear of being unseen. And this is when you attempt to hide behind obstacles. Life isn't lifing. The math isn't mathing. Or you intentionally fade into the background. That was definitely me. Refuse to insert yourself into situations, or you decline to step forward and speak up. Hide behind having faith in the system, quote unquote. But the system wants you to remain hidden. Heal the girl, grow the woman. The fear of being wrong. This is when you don't want to be seen as uninformed or ignorant. Your refusal to be assertive and apply your intellect, your emotions, your experience. This shows you lack self-confidence. Instead, we should walk into spaces, places, and rooms and be like, hello, I am someone who can help you. I had to learn that. I had to learn to overcome the fear of being wrong. The fear of standing in your power. This one was a giant for me. It was the Goliath for me. It was a combination of all the fears, all the ones I've mentioned and the ones that I haven't mentioned. It will cause you to not know your worth, your value, nor your strength. This fear will cause you to not honor your space nor your place in the world. Power is the other face of fear. Turn on your power and the fear diminishes. Fear is unanswered questions. And when you answer those questions, the fear diminishes. Acknowledge your fears. So, how many of those fears did you identify with? How many of those fears resonated with you? Fears that I could not put words to as a girl. the more I was willing to face those fears, the more that I was willing to take a step every day away from those fears, the more the woman in me began to grow. So, what is the purpose or the root of your fears? Become present centered. In other words, grounded at staying calm, cool, and collected. And ask your fear, what is it that you want to teach me? Do not be afraid to have a dialogue with your fear. What is your purpose? What is it that you need to bring to me? Become present centered. Silence the noise in your mind. Stop and listen to your answer. Then write your answers down with a date and a time that you get your answer. You will see patterns make an appearance that you can address. If you just begin to write down, I was going through some papers just yesterday and I found a time when I was facing a fear, and this was in October 2019. And I wrote down the date and the time, and I read it on yesterday. And I'm like, wow, I overcame that fear. Heal the girl, grow the woman. Don't be afraid. Face your fears. Heal the girl, grow the woman. Every day, make a conscious decision to step away from your fear. Take control and defy it. Even if it's needlepoint movement, small wins away from the fear will build confidence. It's not all the time is it going to be a great big gigantic move. Sometimes it can just be a needlepoint movement. Embrace that. Multiple small wins will result in huge accomplishments. The most important problems facing the world, and this information is according to Statistical Research Department, and this is as of June of this year. Inflation at 33%, poverty and social inequality, and that's at 30%. Crime and violence at 29%, unemployment at 27%, financial and political corruption at 26%. What is it that you are afraid of, that you are afraid to face? It very well could be healthcare at 27%, climate change at 17%, taxes at 16%, immigration control at 16%, education at 14%, moral decline at 10%. What is it that has you afraid? With inflation being number one, many are struggling to make ends meet. Fear has gripped many with the questions, do I buy food or do I pay my bill? Worldwide stock markets have slid due to worries regarding higher consumer prices, the possibility leading to higher interest rates. Fear has gripped us. So we have to face our fears, heal the girl, grow the woman. Empowering girls and women globally. And this is my passion, to teach women around the world to face their fears, speaking truth, having confidence and boldness. This is a word to the quiet ones. When Goliath was loudly filling the air with fear and intimidation, David was quietly gathering his stones to slay him. Intentional silence is not a weakness, it is a strategic advantage. Heal the girl, grow the woman. Heal the girl, grow the woman. Be strong enough to stand alone. Don't be afraid to stand in your own space. Take ownership of that space. Yet be smart enough to know when you need help. Don't be afraid to speak up and be brave enough to ask for it. Be brave enough to ask for help. I had to muster up enough strength to be able to ask for help when I needed it. I was so used to fighting all by myself, mentally, emotionally, that I had to become brave enough to heal the little girl in me so that I could grow the woman in me. Heal the girl. Everything that I was afraid of, the truth of the matter is, had already happened to me. So as a woman, I had to realize, so I had nothing to fear. I became, in my uniqueness and eliteness, a master warrior. My wounds became my wisdom. My pain became my passion. My drama became my deliverance. My trauma became my triumph. Grow the woman. There is a saying that knowledge is power. I want to add a little twist to that. Knowledge is potential power. The real power comes through implementation. You put into action what you know. So heal the girl, grow the woman. It's about empowering women globally. You have your skills, your education, your passion. And when the three of them come together, right in the center will be a global movement inside of each of us. Take steps in standing in your own power. Take steps in knowing that you can overcome the very thing that fears you the most. I now say, as a healed woman, as a grown woman, as a healed girl, it was good that I had been afflicted. Because if I hadn't have been afflicted, I wouldn't know the power that lies within me. I would have never known that on this journey I could be transformational, that I could thrive, that there could be radical shifts, that I could have altered perspectives, that I could have new beginnings, that I could shift in thinking, that there is a fundamental change, overcoming overarching transformation, revolutionary change, a metamorphosis, advancements, total overhaul, internal evaluation, ongoing growth, notable change, adaptive development, life altering shifts. The first letter of each of those words, spell the word transformational. That is who I am. I am transformational. I'm a transformational coach. I love empowering men and women to step into their own space, to know what is causing them to thrive, and to know what is causing them stress. The people you lose during your healing process were only meant were only meant to to be with you, to be with the unhealed version of you. The people you lose during your healing process were only meant to be with you doing the unhealed version of you. Heal the girl, grow the woman. This is your healing process. And in your healing process, you will lose people. Not everybody will be meant to move forward with you. They were good for your past, but they could be death to your future if they are no longer compatible with you. So heal the girl, grow the woman. You know yourself best. You know who you are. You know what you had to live through. You know what you had to grow in. Only you know that. But you have to have a conversation with the little girl on the inside of you. You have to stand up in that space and to be able to identify what has caused her fear so that the woman in you can grow. Heal the girl, grow the woman. Every little girl has the innate capability and aptitude of becoming a phenomenal woman. And this is a magazine that Dr. Angela, she is a publisher of, and this is in the area in Maryland where I live. And when I saw her magazine, I immediately texted her and was like, I need a closing and I want to know if I can use this from your magazine because it goes right along with Heal the Girl, Grow the Woman. Every little girl has innate capability. She There's something inherited in her. It is instilled in her. And the aptitude to becoming a phenomenal woman. Heal the girl, grow the woman. Release, heal, grow, and become a healed woman that you were born to be. This is your eliteness and your uniqueness. Know that about you. Know that you were not meant to be a novice. You were meant to be an expert in the earth. So grow and be who you were born to be. Heal the girl and grow the woman. Are there any questions on Heal the Girl, Grow the Woman?
So thank you, Dr. Yolanda. That was a wonderful topic. Heal the girl, grow the women. So wonderful topic, very well very well covered all the points. We have many questions coming up from the audience, but I'll post you one important question. What are your future goals for Chava and your work in EQ?
My future goals for Shava is to continue to help women and men to be able to self-identify the very things that has caused fear in their life and to help them overcome them. To allow individuals to I love helping people answer their unasked questions. So when you answer the questions, the fear diminishes. So I like in growing Shiva, and Shiva means um giver of life. So it is my mission as I am growing to give life to others and in letting them know that they can overcome their fears.
What a wonderful mission. I haven't heard this from anyone. Dr. Yolanda, you're so inspiring. Thank you so much, and it's very well answered. Thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's Dr. Yolanda. Please share your message over there in the chat so that you will people will reach out to you. Share your contact info. Please reach out to her. She's a wonderful person. Thank you, Dr. Yolanda Brown. Looking forward to see in your upcoming conferences. Let's move to the next session. um, John P. Cordell. Let's join the his session. Thank you.